Bill tries to persuade Martin to leave the casino and let him handle Kenny. And I don't know why Martin's there. What can he possibly do? He can't even remember the night. So, dude, you can't remember the night. So really, what you gonna do? You've already spoke to Kenny face to face, and Kenny showing that he don't have any kind of fear of you. So really, what can you do? Next, Leslie tries to get Eva to feel sorry for her, telling her it's not easy being the town pariah, blah, 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 and that she's lonely. And she should have thought about that before you tried to throw your daughter under the bus. Well, she didn't try. She did throw her daughter under the bus. So you think she would have thought about that before she did it. Next, Bill finally gets Martin to leave the casino and let him handle Kenny. And Joey walks in after Martin leaves. So I wonder what's that about. Joey definitely must have a plan with Bill in regards to Kenny, because I think Kenny is supposed to arrive soon. Next, Leslie asks Eva to forgive her, and Eva asks her what is it that she needs, because Cray Cray always has an angle and she always is up to something. So Eva knows her mama, and she knows that her mama is up to something. So Eva asks Leslie, who is she without her dreams of getting Ted back? And does she even remember how to be her mother? And I don't know if those two things go together. Leslie pursuing Ted and her being a mother at the same time. It's always been about Ted, and Eva, unfortunately, has always been that secondary. I don't want to say weapon, but in many ways, she did weaponize Eva to get back at Ted. So I think that's deep, because Eva's basically telling Leslie that her reality has been her delusions, and that's not reality. But I think that's even too deep for Leslie to grapple with. Next, Randy is back and Joey is asking him to do something he don't want to do. And I think it has something to do with Kenny. I wonder, does he want Randy to take Kenny out? And that's what it looks like. It looks like he's using Randy to go ahead and do his dirty work of getting Kenny off of everybody's back permanently. Next, Leslie warns Eva to be careful of Kat's shady moves, and Eva tells her she's aware of everything that Kat does before she even does it. And I don't know, because I don't think you are, because if Eva was so aware of what Kat was up to, she should have known that Kat was going to sneak into her hotel room and steal the motorcycle helmet and jacket. So no, Eva's not as aware as she thinks she is. Next, Chelsea's ex-throuple mate Addison meets her new boo Madison. And I think Addison and Madison are twins in real life, identical twins. I'm telling you, they look just alike. At first I thought it was that trick of the camera they do with making one person a twin, like they are doing in that Sinners movie, and they've been doing it in the soap operas. I mean, in other soap operas too. But I really thought that was the case. But then as I look at them, I can see some distinctions. So I think they're identical twins. So anyway, Addison looks pissed that Chelsea moved on, and she asks Chelsea, is she yours? And Chelsea, I know Chelsea gonna tell her about herself, because she got a lot of nerve when Chelsea came to her and told her she was she was feeling her and she wanted to pursue something, and she told her that her husband was her person, and that without him, there's no we, so keep it that way. Next, Kenny goes to the casino and Bill confronts him. He tells him once upon a time there was a congressman on the side of the road, and after their encounter, meaning the congressman Martin and Kenny, that Kenny was out of it and needed assistance, and he needed a little work done. So Kenny asks Bill what's his name, and Bill tells him that he's the fixer. So Bill says that he's Kenny's worst nightmare and that he's there to fix a mess that Kenny created. Bill also tells him that if he doesn't back off, there will be consequences, and there's no limit to what he can do. He tells him to leave or suffer the consequences, and that he has 2 days to leave town. So Kenny says, what is he going to do, kill him? And Bill drops the bag of money on the table and tells him that his part in this situation has ended. So if Kenny was smart, he would have got his dumb butt up out of there. But he's a dumb, racist little idiot, so he probably won't go anywhere. He'll sit there and count that money. Next, Jacob tells Kat that there's a potential breakthrough in the DNA evidence and that there is a scratch found on the helmet's other side where the impact from the crash happened, and that they can place Leslie at the scene of the crash if they can get a match. And then she looks at Eva and Leslie, who are across the room at Orthy Jeans. Next, Chelsea tells Addison they had a few great nights and she turned her down. So Addison tells Chelsea she went along with the throuple to save her marriage. And she says that she thinks she made a big mistake choosing her husband and that he's bitter and angry and not the same man she married. And get the violin out. How did that has anything to do with Chelsea? She ain't your man. She ain't your relationship specialist or counselor. That ain't what she got to do with that. That's your business. But I see that she's jealous and she doesn't like seeing Chelsea with someone and seeing a smile on Chelsea's face, and that's really sad because misery loves company. Leslie love bombs Eva and tells her it was a crappy thing for her to accuse her of running Laura off the road. I mean, like, what kind of mama tells their daughter that, oh, it was crappy that I threw you under the bus? That was so wrong of me. Like, this chick, I tell you, I'm starting to wonder, do she have like different personalities? Because she's not, well, we already know she's not right in the head, but it just makes me wonder. Sometimes she's nice, sometimes she's kind of loony, and then she's diabolically devious. I don't know, this woman, she's like a puzzle. So she tells Eva she's so grateful to be sharing a menu and being mother and daughter. Okay, with her. And she is gaslighting Eva. I wonder if Eva understands that. And I know that Eva loves her. That's her mom. And she just wants a relationship with her mom. But I mean, she's old enough now to know that fantasy of a perfect mother and daughter, well, there's no such thing as a perfect mother and daughter relationship, but that fantasy of having a close relationship with her mom without her mom being crazy and, as she say, going on the dark side and doing diabolical things, that's always going to be. So she's going to have to figure out if she wants to deal with that. And she told Nicole that she can't turn her mama down, or she can't turn her back on her mom. So she should know she's being gaslit. Next, now Addison wants to hook up with Chelsea again. This chick doesn't know what she wants. And if I was Chelsea, I wouldn't trust her. Because again, like I said, she's just jealous and misery loves company. So go for the women who's single, not a confused married woman. Well, Chelsea basically lets her know that Madison is single and that there's something there. They're liking each other, they're in a committed relationship, and that's where she wants to be. That's what she wants. And Addison, she's still married. Doesn't matter if her husband, that story she gave about her husband being bitter and just not being the same person. That's your personal business. Still your husband. Next, Bill tells Martin that the busboy shouldn't be bothering him anymore, and that's all he needs to know. And so Martin is looking like, what happened? What you do to him? And it's like, you don't need to worry about that. Next, Randy walks in the poker room while Kenny is counting money and pulls a gun on Kenny. And I knew that's what Joey wanted Randy to do. He wanted Randy to take Kenny out. I knew it. Basically, do his dirty work. And Randy is sitting there looking all scared. And even though he has a gun in his hand, he doesn't look believable. And I really don't think that he can complete the task. I just don't. And that ends the episode.